Food, one of the best things ever created. Where would we be without it? Dead. That's where dead or very unhappy and then dead. I've got experience in the field, so I know what I'm talking about. So let's celebrate food. Not just because I'm kinda hungry, but because this is the top 7 food games. A show dedicated to all those games that featured food in prominent roles or had really great mechanics relating to food. Now, it's a bit of a strange topic to cover on a top 7, but honestly it's probably one of the least bizarre things I've done since starting this show, which has been running for about 8 years in various forms in different languages. Besides, food is something that we all very much enjoy, or would like to enjoy right now, but we have a show to do, so we can't actually eat during recording. That being said, let's get started with number 7, the Ultima Games. If you want to blame a game series for pioneering the concept of cooking in a video game, look no further than the Ultima series. These were games that didn't revolve around cooking. You were not playing the avatar, the greatest chef of mankind. Instead, you had a simulated world, or something as close to it as possible, and in that world you had certain abilities, certain capabilities. For example, you could buy or make, even you could make flour, you could add water to it, you could roll it around and heat it up, and bam, you had bread, you had a pie. You could even make poison bread and kill people. And a lot of RPGs owe their cooking systems to the Ultima series. Modern ones like the fantastic Divinity Original Sin has an extensive cooking system. You can make pizza in it, and it's because of stuff like Ultima. Arx Fatalis, same thing, it's because of Ultima. Most modern games with cooking systems in it, you can blame Ultima for it. It was among the first, probably the first, what other games that didn't revolve completely around cooking in 1992 did you have that let you cook? You didn't. There just weren't any. So that's why Ultima is a game to be remembered, even though you didn't have a large number of recipes that you could actually cook. Number 6, The Sims. This series revolves around the idea of you playing, or at least manipulating in some way or another, the life of a character. One that needs to eat, but more importantly, one that can learn to cook. If you don't learn to cook, you can still try, and this is actually the reason why I put The Sims here. Yes, you can make meals, you can have parties, you can eat to your heart's content and get fat, but the reason I'm putting The Sims here is because cooking, when you're not skilled, on a really old oven will kill you. You will probably set yourself on fire, burn down the house, burn down the neighborhood. Oh, I wish you could actually burn down the entire neighborhood. It would have made the game even better. And you could kill your character just because you wanted to make some pie. That's an amazing life experience to have in a game. I've known people that set fire to the house while trying to cook. Tragic, I know, but the way they keep telling it sounds so goddamn funny. And through the various expansions and sequels, The Sims has, I believe, put an even bigger focus on cooking and food in general. Not just because you can be eaten by a plant cow, but you can actually, I believe, have the profession of a chef with the expansion for The Sims 4 that lets you actually do something with your job. I think. I haven't played The Sims in ages. Still, The Sims is an important series when it comes to cooking. Number 5, PacMan. When it comes to, shall I say it, action-oriented eating, PacMan is among the best. It is a superb concept of a game. You go around eating stuff. You go around eating everything. You devour everything in your path while being chased by ghosts. And guess what? You can eat them too if you eat exactly what you need to in order to become more efficient at eating, until your gluttony even scares the dead. I would have actually put Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse here, but PacMan felt more appropriate. Also because some people don't consider other humans to be food. They wouldn't live long on the Snowpiercer, just saying. Number 4, I Am Bread. Now in this game you don't eat things necessarily, but you do play as food. You are food. You are a slice of bread. A slice of bread on a journey of self-discovery, of self-fulfillment, to becoming toast. You must crawl around, preferably without touching the floor, and find find your way to a toaster. Along the way, getting yourself maybe covered with jam and not lint or dog hair, and becoming the greatest toast in the history of toast. It's an insane concept of a game with a control scheme that does take quite a while to get used to, but it is one of the most original ideas for a game based around food ever made. It's an experience that I encourage you to try for yourselves. You may believe, oh, it's a joke game. Well, no, it's actually not. There's depth to it. There's a lot to this game, much like Snake Pass. Snake Pass is quite similar. There's a mechanic in there that's not exploited in just about any other game. And the same is here. You control a slice of bread. You move like a slice of bread would move. You just bend and stick to things. You don't have legs. You can't run. You can't walk. You fling yourself. You're a piece of bread. You're a slice. You're future toast. You are made to be eaten. And you accept it. You embrace it. It is your destiny. It is what you must do. But can you do it? Well, that's where the player is involved. You, as the player, must fulfill the destiny of the bread. But can you? Do you have the skill? Do you have the power? Do you have what it takes to say that I am bread? Find out. Also, it has a DLC with Team Fortress 2 where you have to become one of the pieces of bread in the heavy sandwich, I believe. Number 3, Overcooked. Yeah, I know some people enjoy their cooking mamas, their whatever other cooking game is on those handhelds that basically become shovelware a week later. But you know what people have really not tried that much? Cooperative and competitive cooking. You and another player get to participate in making the same meal. One of you handles one aspect, one of you handles the other, and you try your best to satisfy your customers, and at the end a gigantic world-encompassing terror that is slowly devouring everything, and only your cooking can satiate its hunger. And apart from that, you also have competitive cooperative cooking where two teams of 2 players have to outcook each other. And the game doesn't just let you cook stuff with no sort of impediments. No, you will have your hands full. You're gonna be cooking on the backs of 2 trucks that are moving past each other, and you have to go between them. You will be cooking in hell. You'll be dodging lava, you'll be dodging traffic, you'll be dodging pedestrians, you'll be doing everything possible on God's green earth and even in space, even on a pirate ship, to get your meals done on time and not set everything on fire. It's a superb game. You are required to actually have friends to play it with, preferably locally, but it is a superb game. Maybe more action focused and nerve-wracking than most cooking experiences are, but it is superb. Number 2, Don't Starve Together. Why Don't Starve Together and not Don't Starve Standard? Again, because of the cooperative aspect, the cooperative and often adversarial aspect. Here, the cooking is not just done for you to accomplish a goal, to win a level. No, you have to cook and you have to eat everything or you die. You will starve and you will die. It's still not a game that implements the concept of hunger correctly. As an article on PC Gamer once stated, after you eat, you shouldn't start feeling hungry again, or you shouldn't see the meter going down instantly after you've eaten because you're full. But it does cooking right. It does the fervor, the panic of, oh my god, I need something. I just need to find something. I'm desperate. I will do anything. I will bludgeon that goddamn turkey to death with my fists if I have to. I just need to eat something or someone to not starve together or alone, because you probably ate the other person. It's a fantastic game to play with other people, especially once you get to the winter, because then you're probably gonna start reenacting scenes from Woody Woodpecker or Mickey Mouse cartoons, where everybody starts looking like a giant talking hamburger, which can lead to some very fun gaming experiences, I guarantee it. And the number 1 greatest food game ever is Pizza Tycoon. Now, my former employer used to say that if you haven't played Pizza Tycoon, you cannot call yourself a gamer. And I believe him, because he's been doing this job, well, he was doing this job for a long time. And he is kind of right. I mean, Pizza Tycoon is a quintessential game in the development of you as a person. This is a game that perfectly blends both cooking and a Tycoon game. One in which you have the mission of running a pizza joint. A restaurant. You can even serve salads if you're a hipster, but your main focus is the pizza. It's such a main focus that you actually have pizza recipes that you have to respect. You actually have to put all the slices of pepperoni by hand, manually on the pizza. You have to slice all the tomatoes, you have to grind the pepper, you have to create superb looking, tasty, mouth-watering, oh my god, am I hungry, pizza. And there's the management aspect too. You have to run a business, you have to go and buy your food, preferably not stolen, because that can sometimes have issues. And you have competition, you have other restaurants to deal with that you can run out of business by making better pizza at better prices, offering better service, or sabotaging them by sending the mafia to firebomb them or add some rats to their flavor list. It's a game that you've got to play. It's a bit tongue-in-cheek in places, but it's a unique experience that must be tried. After that, you're kind of gonna look at other cooking games like the shovelware kind, and you think to yourself, wow, all of those could have been so much better. They could have been actual games with actual gameplay, not that. Also, get the manual. Well, you get the GOG version that has the manual. What else would you get? There's also a sequel, Pizza Tycoon 2, but I have not played it, and judging from the reviews, it's not that great. Apparently because it doesn't work. So I do hope that GOG actually fixes it. Well, that'll be it for the top 7 food games. Hopefully this show has not made you hungry, but it has made me hungry, so bye.